Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. It's been a while since I've done a video because the weather's been absolutely horrendous in Cumbria. With all the storms and the winds and stuff, just hasn't been. I know Jeff was out the other day and he had just some small stuff and loads of weed. So today I'll be making the pulley rig. My pulley rig, obviously you've seen it in some of the videos. Best thing about this is you can make it in minutes on the beach. If you forget your rig wallet, you've got a few bits in your box, you can make these in literally minutes. I'm like everybody else, I hate making rigs. So I learned doing these by fishing matches, having 2 or 3 rigs, getting stuck in the rough stuff, losing the gear, and then having to make rigs and be back in the water within minutes. So we need your lead. My lead, as you can see, it's got the clip on for the bait clip, just the way I make them. And then I use 2 as a pedal, as you can see there, 2 circles, a 3/0 and a 2/0 I think they are. No, a 3/0 and a 1/0 circles, because you can pick up anything at the end of the day. But when you're fishing matches, that's what you'll be wanting to pick it up. These rigs, you can turn them into flappers, you can turn them into anything. I've got the Amnesia, and obviously I'm using clear, so I'm building rigs for the Euros. I've got £70 leader there. So what I do is I pull, maybe it's not 2 meters off, but maybe it's a meter. Wrap that up. Mind the noise in the background, just the ferrets. So you see the end there. What I do is, that's the shock leader, the £70 leader. And then I move the other one over there. So get the 2 leaders together. You get people with the pulley rigs putting swivels on, but this here has never ever failed me. I've pulled fish up cliffs, through kelp beds, you name it, they've come through with this knot. So what I do is I get this one, if you can see against my blue top, hold it onto there like that. Pull a bit off so you've got a nice tag end. I turn it around 4 times. There, so you got your knot like that, yeah. And I put that on top of there, and I nip that with my finger. So there's your circle there. I give it another 4 inside. That there is over the top of the other line. There's plenty of people out there who know how to make rigs, but there's the 4 over the top of that. Pull that together. Bit of spit, stop it from burning, and then pull this little one back out. So this here is your Amnesia tagline, your snood. Then I do the same again, give that 4. So there's the 4, bring that round, and make the loop on there, like that. I bring it round another 4 times in the inside. I was on the phone to Jeff one day and he timed us. It took 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes to make that. So there you've got both knots there, one there and one there. Hold the tag ends, slowly pull them together, and then watch the magic happen. That there is now tight. I've had lines snap, £70 leaders snap before that knot. If anyone knows, if anyone's in the utility trade, that there is the equivalent to a butt fusion joint. As you'll know, the pipe will rip before the joint will snap. So there is your swivel. It's plain and simple, nice and cheap, easy to do, minutes on the beach or rock ends or whatever. And then just I leave about 5mm. Snip that end off, snip that end off. So if there is any slack or play, that'll tighten up. It holds together in cast and everything. There was someone himself on off the last video said he was paying £2.50 for a pulley rig. I mean, must have money to waste, to be honest, like, but everyone to their own. And then for how long you want them, for where I'm going to be fishing, I want them maybe a metre long. So I'll pull a bit off from there to there of the shock leader. So I'll snip that one, and then all I have is 2 little 5mm beads. Put the 5mm bead through there. Then I have a Gemini bait clip. Obviously that clips onto my main line, so that one goes through that one like that. So you got your bead. There's a busher more than anything else. And then another little bead over the top of that. And then I have another Gemini clip. I've just got two bait clip ones here, but I normally just use the flat ones. But any bait clip will do if you're not using, if you're using leads like I've got, where it has the bait clip on. Anything will do. So then, obviously, just your knot on the bottom. I give them 4 turns, and then bring it back over 4 turns again. Like I say, these knots, I've pulled fish up cliffs and all sorts of stuff and through rough gear. Out of kelp beds. Now to get this tight, you're best off punting your lead like that. Give it a bit of gob oil, pull it, it snaps. That wasn't meant to happen. I wonder what I've done there. Oh, made it too short. We'll do that knot again. Typical, absolutely typical. So yeah. Maybe did too much tight pulling there. It's actually whipped across my fingers. I ripped my fingers a bit, but a lot going on, so it's understandable. Try again. Pull it down, pull it tight. Now I am pulling that as hard as I can, and that there is not going anywhere. That. Clip the end off. Like I say, I leave that one a few mil off and all that time. I don't understand why it snapped there, but so then you've got your body of your rig there. Just slide them down. That there is your swivel, basically. So you can come off this here. You can have wishbone rig. You can have a 2-hook flapper if you put a just a loop in the end, and have a bit coming off that, and another bit down for a bit of flattie bashing or whatever. But this is what I use for the cord really. Anything. So then you want your clip. What I do is, where the knot is, hold it up, and I just pull it down to where the hook's going to go, which is on there. Then snip the snoot like that. Chuck that one away. Then all I do is put my hooks on, and jobs are good. Like I say, I know a lot of people hate tying rigs, and a lot of people know how to tie rigs, but there's them people out there who don't know how to tie rigs. I know there's people saying to us, show us how you do them rigs. So they are literally at the pennies. When you think about how much a rig costs and you chuck it in that water, I mean, some places you fish in them Northumberland marks and Scotland marks, you're talking 20-30 casts. You're guaranteed you're not going to get all them leads back. That's 20-30 leads. Some lads use washers and bolts, big heavy bolts and big heavy bare nuts. Just tie them around that as a rocky bottom around and clip it on for a bit of line. Other lads use stones, pebbles with a little bit of resin on, a little bit of resin on a bit of wire on a pebble, about 5 ounces, 4 ounces, because you're only flicking them. You're not hitting the distance with them on the rock marks. You're casting at the kelp beds, so you go to be losing them. You might as well pick a rock off the floor, put a little bit of resin on for a bit of wire, and out you go. Or drill a hole through the stone and put whatever on, a bit of line through. You're not losing wine. How much is leads? I haven't bought leads for, I've been making leads since I was 14, 13 year old, so I don't know the prices now. £1.70, £2. You think you go session and them rock marks for 30 casts a time, 30 leads, say 40 quid, then your bait gets expensive. But fishing's about having fun and keeping it cheap. So then we've got your clip at the top, what goes with your main line, your 2 swivels the other side, your manufactured knot, which is there, if you can see it, And like I say, I've literally pulled everything over all sorts with that. You name it, I've done it with that. And down to the business end, like I say, that clips on. But that there, if you're fishing at rough ground, you've got a, but you don't want it like that, you got your bait clip on the end. All you do there is, if I can find one, got one there, bit of copper, olden days, bit of copper, a U tight at the top, and a bit of U, the thing to hold your lead in, and then clip that in there. If you got that in there, your bit of £15, £20 line, there's a rocky bottom, there you go, job's a good one. Or if you have got them leads, just hook it in there. It all works the same. I've noticed lately there's a lot of things getting technical with fishing. The cod, whiting, bass, whatever you're fishing for, conger, they're not bothered what type of rigs you're using. They just want what's on the business end, your hooks and the bait. As for everything else, all these fancy things and that there has got less chance of getting stuck anywhere than all these other fancy rigs that are out today. I've been using these now since I was, what, 12, 13 year old or something like that, near enough. Fishing the County Durham beaches, which is rough ground, mixed ground, sand, cliffs, and if you lose that, what you're losing? 2 hooks, 2 clips and 2 beads. Them there, believe it or not, have all come off my old rigs I'm chopping up down there. So nothing gets wasted really, apart from the old line, what go at the line bins. But yeah, give it a go, and thanks for watching. If you don't mind just hitting that subscribe button, if you be nice and generous. I'm thinking about 205 now, which is crazy. It's only been going a couple of months. So I'm looking at getting out tomorrow night, which will be Monday. Just see how things go with work and stuff first, but be a good session. There's someone else got to be there. He's asked us to go, so if I can make it, I will. So yeah, like and share, hit the subscribe button. There'll be more videos to come through the summer once now this weather's gone out the window, because it has been horrendous, the rain, the wind, and it's been horrible. But yeah, we'll get out, we'll get fishing, and we'll catch some fish. We've done alright this season, we're not blanked, touch wood. You know what I mean? Hit Freddy's spider up there, so we'll be sorted. Right, thanks for watching and taking the time out of your day. Hope you have a good day. Goodbye from me and goodbye from the ferrets. We're over there behind us. See you later.